Previously on the MPP.
It's crazy that this was never a problem, and then all of a sudden it's a problem.
I don't
Like
know why they made the switch. I don't know
e-
why Fanatics is doing the producing of this.
even with Fanatics, you have a blueprint over hundreds of years of how this has been done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're using a lighter material or whatever, but like, I don't know. Like, how do you mess it up this bad? And baseball's been around for hundreds of years, same uniforms,
Yeah.
for however long. Nobody's ever messed this up until now.
Yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the MPP, the Noah and Patrick podcast, and this is episode number 76. It is already March 1st. We got baseball at the end of this month. Looking forward to that. We got basketball coming. Like 20, maybe 24 games left in the season. 22 games right after the All-Star break, and we also got the NFL Combine this weekend. Gonna talk about that. Gonna talk about NFL team report cards and expansion in the college football. So, without further ado, Noah, if you don't have anything, what are your headlines for this week?
Yeah, so like you said, we had the combine this week. Today's Friday. I can't remember who's today. I think it's running backs
I think running
and
backs, wide
offensive linemen.
receivers, and quarterbacks are on Saturday.
So maybe it's offensive linemen and something,
Linemen,
whatever the other thing is.
cornerbacks, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
don't
just
know. But
know everyone,
yesterday,
all the big stars are on Saturday because everyone's
yeah,
at
yeah,
home and nothing to
yeah,
watch.
that's definitely QB wide receivers are Saturday. Yesterday was defensive line and linebackers. Um, and there was a couple big names. Linebackers aren't the big names this year, but we have some edge rushers and defensive tackles this year who um, a lot of teams are looking forward to. Very top heavy for that that position. So we
Hmm.
have Dallas Turner, Chop Robinson, Jared Verse. Both or all three of them had a great combine. Um, Turner and Chop Robinson both running 4.47, 4.48 uh 40s, which is insane for how big they are, like 250 pounds, whatever it is.
They can
Edge
move it.
rushers. Yeah. Dallas Turner was a freak. He's like 6'4" with a 6'11" wingspan, something like that.
Yeah.
Um, Definitely someone I want to see the Bears get. Hopefully he goes to 9 and the Bears do pick him at 9 if they um, don't have a wide receiver already. But
Yeah.
who knows what they're doing. It's a different story. Um,
It's a new player like every hour. They don't know what they're doing over there.
yeah, I mean what's it called? The reporters are just, throwing out stories every hour just because they, try and get the clicks. But yeah, no one knows what's going on yet. But big names overall not competing.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, all not competing. They're doing interviews, but not throwing, not running, all that stuff. Marvin Harrison Jr., Malik Neighbors, the wide receivers are not competing. Um, Jonathan Brooks, I believe he has a torn ACL, so that's why he's not competing. Unless it's a different Texas running back, but I think it's him. Cooper DeJean, the cornerback from Iowa, big corner. Which a lot of people are saying one of the very few white corners that are going to be in the league. Um, First round pick also, so you got to be good for that.
Yeah. True.
And the defensive tackle from yesterday, Jerzon Newton, the top defensive tackle. I think he had a foot injury. So, um, real quick, some names to watch. So the next three QBs that could be taken, we got JJ McCarthy, Bo Nix, and Michael Penix Jr. So
Yep.
they're all competing in the combine. So that's gonna be interesting to see. I think they're doing every single drill too. So Michael Penix, if he has a really good 40-yard dash, that could boost him up a bit. He does have the injury concerns, but he's not known to be an athletic guy. So um, yeah, if he runs like a 4.47,
Or
that's not bad.
yeah.
Um,
It's kind of
I'm expecting like a 4 or a 5, 4.9
yeah,
or a 5 from him.
yeah. I just think it's kind of crazy that everyone judges these college players off their 40 times. Like it's kind of like
Yeah,
even people also too like defense linemen, linebackers, you know. I mean, linebackers probably good for speed off the ball, but in defensive linemen, man, like all these guys, they go out there trying to get their fastest 40 time and people like eat it up on social media.
yeah. The biggest position that affects is definitely wide receiver. Like we've seen, what's his name, Hayward Bay go from like a second round to a top 15 pick to the Raiders. So it's like if you run a good 40 and your life can change if you're a receiver.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, people are looking. For athletes. That's all. JJ McCarthy, I think, has the most potential to move up because he's so young, and if he has a really good throw in, um, if he throws really well at the combine, the team like the Raiders might get him, Broncos. If they don't trade back, it's teams like
Yeah.
those who are kind of desperate for a QB but aren't picking high.
Yeah.
And the same thing with
It's
Bo
like
Nix.
if you're not like a top three, not one of the top three QBs, I mean, Bo Nix, Penix, and McCarthy, they're just trying to improve their draft stock, and that's why they're doing everything. It's just kind of interesting, you know, like Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels, they're not really participating because they know they're gonna go like top 10 at least, right? So, um, but it's always fun to watch QBs or
Yeah,
row and run wide receivers catch. They got
yeah, I
weird
think
weird drills too in the combine.
yeah, well, they make him go. They go right,
Yeah.
left, left. Yeah,
The one
um,
that they're running in a straight line and they're like catching this way and then they catching this way.
yeah, um, yeah. But next, Bo Nix probably the borderline first rounder here.
Yeah, he's a dark horse, I'd say.
Yeah, he's coming in. He's older like Penix, but if he, um, I think it's probably gonna focus mainly on his throwing. So if he
Yeah.
has a really good throwing combine and pro day, he could be a top or a first round pick, like solidify that.
Yeah.
And then also the dark horse everyone's been talking about, Spencer Rattler, honorable mention here. Everyone's saying that he could be
Totally
better
forgot
than
about
Bo
that guy.
Nix. So, but they've been saying that for I don't know how many years or how good
Yeah.
this guy is, and he's just always like hit or miss. So, um, I think people see him kind of as like he has the arm. He's like a
Yeah.
Jay Cutler. Like he can throw it, but he'll make bad decisions also sometimes.
Yeah. Just guns it.
Yeah. And then the wide receivers taken, obviously the top three are solidified. It's Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to be number one for sure.
Yeah.
And then Odunze, Romeo and Roman Dunze, and Malik Neighbors are kind of just whichever team likes the other one better. Odunze is going to be in the combine, so that might push him to two, depending
Mhm.
on the interviews and stuff like that. But the next two off the board are kind of set. Also, it's Brian Thompson Jr. from LSU, and then Keon Coleman from FSU. It's kind of just whichever one has a better combine.
Yeah.
Also, unless one of them does really, really bad. I think Keon Coleman's not in the combine. I don't remember. I don't remember
Really.
what I read, but um, he's kind of more just like a physical guy. He's like 6'5", like 200
Yeah.
something
Just
pounds. He's
huge. Yeah.
fast. So,
Big fast
um,
guy.
and then just like some people that I think can really raise their draft stock, Xavier Leggett from South Carolina, tall guy. He's quick, so he's kind of like a borderline second, third rounder, but he can probably push himself up. And the same with Roman Wilson from Michigan. He's a very small guy, 6 foot. It's not
He had a
small.
good senior bowl, wasn't that the guy? He was cooking everyone.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the fastest wide receiver in the class. So we'll see how his 40 is.
Yeah.
6 foot, so you gotta be a little quick.
Yep.
And then running back, not the
Not many
same as
people,
last
right?
year.
Not many
No, not the
people
same
in
as
the
last
class.
year.
Yeah.
No, I think Austin Estime from Notre Dame.
Mm,
He's ranked number one, but he's not. I mean, he's just top 50 pick. And then after that, everyone else. But I went with some people who I think can move up big at the combines, like Bucky Irving Jr. He has a good 40. He had a really good
oh,
year. Um, he can easily move up. Ray Davis from Kentucky. Also, he looks like, on if you watched him play, he looks
yeah,
like he could be a really good running back in the league if he has, good measurements also.
yeah.
And then Braylon Allen, the youngest guy in the draft. I believe he's like turning 20. Um, he's 19. He hasn't even turned 20 yet. From Wisconsin. Dude's a
How's he
beast.
eligible?
The dude is a beast. He went to college early, I believe,
Hmm,
and then he went at like 17 and he played 2 years, or 3 years.
good for
Um,
him.
yeah, Braylon Allen. That dude's a beast. I think he's projected to be like the ninth best running back, but he's insane. He's he's someone I think
Yeah,
easily at
I would
least be
say,
a steal. He'll be a
yeah,
steal.
I would say most teams are trying to go by running back by committee. I think so. All these guys are probably going to get picked up and have a not a big role, but get some touches here and there.
Yeah. And offensive tackles and corners, I didn't go over. I think those are both just solidified. There's like the top three corners and then the top
Yeah,
three offensive tackles. And then tight end is just a no doubt tight end, and Brock Bowers is the number one tight end. So, um,
probably going to be a top 10 pick.
and then next is Jatavion Sanders, who is a borderline first rounder, first, second, whatever. And then like Cade Stover from Ohio State, who I think he's going to be pretty good, but he's
Yeah,
kind of like I think he's more of like a it's kind of like a all around type tight end, and not really just like a Bowers who or Sanders who are like go out there get the ball type
yeah.
players, which is more what I think teams are looking for now. Um, yeah, Brock
In all
Bowers top
in
five, top
all
10 easy.
honesty, I think I just watched the first round,
Oh
or
yeah,
maybe the top five picks in the second round.
yeah. I'll like same thing. Just keep the second one in the background, and just if I recognize the name, I'll be like, oh yeah, okay, that's what I
Yeah.
want.
And then you get to a point that they don't even announce the names. They just put it up
Oh
on
yeah,
the
that's
screen.
just yeah.
They're too busy just talking about the first round, but still.
Someone get picked in a commercial break.
Yeah.
But next, a couple quick ones here. Um, LeBron James on pace to hit another milestone Saturday um, against the Denver Nuggets. He just needs 9 points and he will hit 40,000 career NBA points.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy 40,000. I don't know who the next closest person is. It's probably KD, currently playing right now.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't
but
know.
KD's like
He's probably at
30.
20 too, right? I
Yeah,
don't think
no,
it.
he's
No
not
one's at
even at 30
30,
yet.
right?
No. I guess if you want active players who haven't retired, it's probably Carmelo. I think he's at like 30 something. Um, I don't think KD passed him yet. Or maybe he did. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it's gonna happen Saturday for sure, unless he doesn't play. I mean, when's the last time he hasn't scored 9 points in a game, So
Yeah.
I think he's on a double digit streak anyways. So
What am I
scoring
looking at
streak.
here? Oh, Kevin Durant is the next active player at 28,342.
Yeah.
After Kevin Durant, it is who do you
Well,
think?
like James Harden.
Yeah, it's James Harden. He's at 25,600.
Yeah, and KD will probably, I say he'd probably finish around 35K, maybe. Because what, he's like 34 now.
Yeah, injury. I don't know. I don't think
Just
he's gonna catch him though.
no, he won't catch him, but I think he might finish around 35. I mean, he might have another 7,000 points in him.
Yeah,
Um,
7.
yeah, and then last but not least, storming the courts. A lot of controversy going on with that recently. Uh, most recently the Duke versus Wake Forest, where Wake Forest beat number 8 Duke. Um, Flip, Kyle Flipowski.
Yeah.
They call
It's
him
a weird
Flip. Call him
flip.
Flip.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, he was going off the court kind of slowly and got ran into by a fan, a Wake Forest student. Um, hit him in the knee. They like hit knees, you know. Um, and I think he got kind of scared maybe because there was so many people around him and
Yeah.
um he got hit, you know, and he probably felt like a little pain. He got a little nervous. He's like, oh no.
Yeah. He
Um,
thought they sprained his ankle or something or his knee, but he ended up playing the next game. It's like, okay, bro.
yeah, but still, like, it's a lot of money this guy could lose. I believe he's a
First
top
rounder.
yeah, top prospect right now for the NBA. So um, I, it's kind of tough. The same thing happened with Caitlin Clark, where she was running off the court and collided with another fan. She got the wind knocked out of her, she said, and it's just like a scary moment for her. But
Yeah.
she's a number one pick, most likely for the WNBA. So when stuff like this happens to top players, you know, it starts to bring up the questions of should we change something here? Um,
What do you
I
think?
think it's kind of hard to change to control that because they already do. If you've been to a college basketball game, college football game,
Yeah, it's
um,
wild.
they have so much security and they do put up rope sometimes around the court so you can't storm it.
Some colleges
Um,
don't.
yeah, some colleges don't. I know for the football field at Oregon they did, but not the
Yeah.
basketball court. Um, I've been there when it's happened twice for stormings. Football one's crazy. Football one's crazy. Because you can't have to jump down a ledge. If you want to get on the field first. I didn't do that because I mean it's not that serious to me. But
You could ACL
I just wait.
injury.
I waited my turn down the stairs. Oh wait,
You don't
I
want
was
to
on
be
the.
right in the middle. You want to be on the outside
I
looking
just
in,
want to
you
be
know?
on the field for a second, you know.
Yeah.
And the basketball court, yeah, you just run on there. It's just like whatever. Especially the student sessions, are like almost on the court too. It's just like right behind the
Yeah.
play-by-play. But um, I think if there is a way for them to delay it, I think that'd probably be the best option. But
Yeah.
to completely take it out, I feel like that's just something that's been a tradition for so long. I don't know if um,
Yeah.
you would even be able to get people to follow that rule. I don't know what kind of punishments you give students because like they're
Yeah.
students, you know.
Like I've been
Are you gonna
hearing
really punish them?
like this topic has been going on this whole week and all the podcasts I listen to, they've talked about this numerous times. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think they're gonna ban it fully because like college kids, they want to go on the court, they want to get their video. Like you're not gonna stop them. People have been saying like at least have like police have an escort or like form a circle around the away team or try to link up at least 1-to-1 to each player, away team player, so they can get off the court safely. um I think that would probably be the best option, right? Just not have security, but have like police be there.
Yeah, and I think the big thing about what happened is we've seen both sides now of how players get off. Like Caitlin Clark was trying to run off and collided. Flip was
Yeah.
trying to walk off and still got hurt. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like, how quickly do you get him off? Like, is there a way to get him
Yeah.
off? That's another question that's coming up because of like the two different scenarios. But
Yeah.
I just think it's it's gonna be impossible to stop it. Um,
Also, too,
so
people were saying that Duke, like when people beat Duke, it's like an upset, like every night, right? So they're like used to it already, and Flip just didn't get the memo. I don't know. He didn't hustle off the court like his teammates. He definitely
yeah,
did get caught in the crossfire.
and he was also like on the other side of the court too, which is like
Yeah,
kind of tough. But um, yeah,
I've heard.
I think it's just right now it's the topic. I don't think they're gonna
Yeah,
do anything about it. It's just
no,
like Oh, it's just a hot topic now. No, nothing's gonna change. I bet it dies over in a week.
Yeah, and it's already dying down. But
Yeah.
also too, I've heard like people say that maybe they surround the court like hockey with little glass art like
No,
plexiglass,
there's
to
no
stop the
way.
run.
Yeah, there's no
I
way that's
also
gonna happen.
heard that if you run onto the court, you get suspended from the school.
No. Like, how are they even gonna figure out who it is? Like, I
I
guess
don't know, something
if it's
with
televised, they'll
AI,
be able
you
to. But
track.
like, if it's not televised,
Yeah, you
I
put
mean,
cameras in the arena, face recognition. I don't know.
yeah,
People are going like
people are
off,
just gonna start wearing masks. It's like, like they're gonna carry a mask, and then when it's time to throw it on, run
Yeah.
on the court.
Well, I guess they
Uh,
also were saying like in the SEC for football, they just fine the team if the fans do storm the field. It's like $500,000. Um, but then I guess there was a proposed statement where the SEC was like, if your fans storm the field, the next following year, your home game gets taken away and gets played at the other team. So
mhm.
that seems like a little extreme. I mean, forfeit wins, all those extreme things, but
Yeah,
you
because
really want
it's
us.
not really on the team. It's
Yeah.
just some random kids out there.
But the fans, they would be kind of sad, right? If they skip a home game.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think you can really blame the team.
Yeah.
Blame the team for winning a game.
Yeah. But those are your headlines for this week. My headlines stick with the college theme. This year is going to be the new format for college football. It's going to go to 12 teams this year. And there's already talk to expand it even further to 14 teams. We haven't even seen 12 yet. But colleges, money hungry. They want to expand it to 14 teams. Very interesting on this breakdown that the SEC and the Big Ten are coming up with. Of course, the two biggest conferences in college football. Um, they would have automatic bids for this 14 team model. You can see them there. The SEC and the Big Ten, biggest conferences, they would get three automatic bids from the top three teams there. The ACC and the Big 12 get two, and the group of five, all the other conferences get one automatic bid. So Liberty would probably get in. Um, and then at large, three spots. And then Notre Dame, since they're an independent school, the finished top 14, they get in automatically, which is wild. So Notre Dame will probably be in the playoff every
Almost
year,
every
right?
time. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, that I
yeah,
think that'll probably get Notre Dame more prospects.
or yeah, they just want to
And
make the playoffs, and
yeah,
yeah, so something in the works here, kind of interesting. Of course, this is all about money and conferences getting more TV time, and boosters want their team to do good, do well. So kind of interesting there. And then also too, the NCAA wants to expand, or they're thinking about expanding March Madness from 66 teams, 68 teams to 96, and basically every team would be put into the March Madness. So another week of games.
yeah. Like you said, it's like, greedy type stuff. For the March Madness, if it's not broken, don't fix it. This thing has been going on, and everyone loves. Like, obviously, there's going to be teams that complain, but just be
Yeah,
better. Like it's actually just it. Like, just have a better year.
yeah,
Don't be on the bubble.
you're definitely
Like,
gonna have losing teams. It make the bracket though. It's like
you know, yeah.
I
Like,
don't know.
and at that point, you're just
Supposedly you get an
you're
extra week of March Madness.
I think you're just extending the it too much. I think you're gonna at that point they're gonna be like, why do they do this? It's just too many like too many. I don't care about well, I don't know who was the random team or random school.
Uh, James Madison.
I don't care about James
Or
Madison
oh, we're talking
being.
basketball, huh?
It could still be James Madison. Who cares?
It could be
Like, I don't care about number
uh
29 ranked James Madison. You
South
know.
Dakota Jackrabbits because I just heard about them this weekend, but they always make their tournament though.
Yeah.
Just random teams. But like,
I think that'd also just be too much, and we like it just takes away from the art of the number 16 upset. I feel
yeah,
like
it just seems like too much.
it,
96 is a lot of teams.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I think maybe even because of the upsets, they might want to expand it so that they can have something
More
that's never
upset.
happened before.
Yeah, like a
Because now
20
they've
versus
had
one,
stuff
huh?
happen before. Yeah, like whatever it would be, whatever number it would be,
Yeah,
they'd be like, it's never happened before. Oh, this could be the
yeah,
first team. It's just it's a headline grab, and I don't think it's needed.
yeah,
Like March Madness is big enough, and you don't need the extra teams. It's like
yeah. So that's in the works over there on the NCAA side. Next, end of NFL season means NFL team report cards. I know we did this last year, I think. First, I want to just touch base on the NFL putting out the NFL attendance for the fans for each game. Dallas being the overall 81,000 per game average, home and away. Last place of the Chicago Bears.
surprising.
Also, to Las Vegas being second to last. I feel like that's kind of a surprise. Like what? Like the Washington football team beat Las Vegas. Maybe because the tickets are too expensive for Las Vegas.
I just don't think that there's a set group of fans in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, or at least not yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chicago surprising, big market.
Oh wait, are these numbers wrong? Oh, this is home attendance. Sorry, this is what it's filtered. Chicago's last, which is still surprising, and then Las Vegas, yeah, it's still last. Overall, last is Las Vegas.
Bears not last. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, but surprising, Chicago. I feel like Chicago in every other category or every other sport is usually high. So,
Yeah.
um, it's
Top
surprising.
five. Interesting. Jets, number two. Giants, number three.
Shout out to those
Green Bay
Jets
and the
fans,
Rams.
man, and they're just ride or die no matter what. That Jets team has not been good in a long time.
Yeah. Kansas City, eighth. San Francisco, 12th. Kind of surprising. But on to their team report cards. Big headlines that the Kansas City Chiefs were the one of the worst teams in the leagues. Let's see. Kansas City. Yeah, so they got D plus, C minus, F, F, D, F, C plus, and this is based off treatment of families, food, dietitian, locker room, training staff, and the weight room. So,
You can't just organize these
uh,
by overall.
owner. I thought you could.
You have to do each category, maybe.
See, click their team name. Scroll right to see all categories. Huh. I thought you could.
Click the top of the category.
Which one?
Anyone, just click one.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
it.
see it, then you. That's how you say it.
But where's the overall of like
No, I mean there's no overall,
pick
but it's
ending?
just
Oh.
you can do each category. Vikings again. Last year they were number one also.
Yeah. I think the Dolphins were the best overall. And the Chiefs were like second to last. And I think the Commanders were last, of course, their new
Yeah,
ownership's
they're
coming in. Yeah, treatment of families, food and cafeteria, Dolphins being the best, Eagles, 49ers. Um Dietitian, pretty much the same. Texans go up. I mean, what were we looking at last year? F minus. The Bengals.
F minus. The heck is a F minus?
That's bad.
That's under
That's
50.
not even F plus. I
What is it?
guess.
What even is that? Is that under 40? Under 50?
Under
I don't even know
40.
what an F goes to.
Is it 50 maybe?
50 to,
55?
well, I think D minus is 60, right?
Yeah.
So it
So
have to be like 40 to 50 is a F, and then under 40 is a F minus.
yeah,
Dang, that's tough.
the Bears got an A minus in locker room. Good for them.
That's all because of Justin Fields, baby. Don't trade him.
Jeez. Training room, kind of similar.
Yeah, almost the
B
same.
plus. Dolphins. I don't know. It's kind of interesting, like how they rank them and like what the players say, because this is the actual players, like how they rate them.
See, the training staff, man, you're gonna have to have some firings because that's actual people right there.
Yeah, training staff. Yeah, my
Then that
trainer's not that good.
yeah, who's getting fired?
Uh,
Commanders and the Chiefs training staff getting fired.
and the Cowboys, surprisingly.
Yeah, Cowboys. Well, stuff. Yeah, man, something's got to change if you're getting an F from the players.
How about head coach? Minnesota Vikings A plus, Lions of course, Dan Campbell, Andy Reid, the dude from the
I want to see
Dolphins.
who got that who got the Raiders got
Yeah,
a D, but that has to be from McDaniels.
yeah, and
I
then
wonder if it's off of who started as the head coach.
or just overall. Like was it Antonio Pierce? He probably got like a B, but Daniels got like a
F.
F, and they averaged the two and got a
Yeah,
D.
maybe.
Commanders,
Yeah.
Falcons, Patriots, B
This one looks
minus.
like I mean
Bears
maybe
got the
players
B.
do actually like their coaches or they don't want to give them bad grades. I don't
Yeah,
know.
kind of look bad on the team. Owner A plus, Vikings, Dolphins. I like the owner. Ooh, Steelers, Cardinals, and the Chiefs. F minus for the owner.
Yeah, I did see that and then um it looks like the city of Kansas City doesn't like the owner as much either. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, Cardinals. Last year I think they were last in everything. Also, not everything, but like they were last overall if you average it all out. But
yeah,
um, yeah, Cardinals, man, tough for them.
tough, tough for them. They just have no direction. They,
Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing over there. But you can see those NFL team report cards and the attendance numbers there. And then finally, for my last headline, Pogba is in the news. Soccer player. This guy was a big star, I would say, for soccer, international soccer. He's had injuries the past couple years, been out. He just got suspended 4 years for PED, performance enhancing drugs, because he had high levels of testosterone and unnatural uh, levels. So
wow.
not the regulated, that you produce. I guess he took something else, and
Yeah, he was a huge star for or at least a huge up and coming star,
yeah,
for 5 to 10 years maybe.
yeah. After if he doesn't, get the if he doesn't get the reduced time after he appeals, I was talking to Curtis. He's gonna be like 34 years old after the suspension, so his career's over if he doesn't get a reduced sentence there. But
He's been around for a long time. He's only 34, man.
well, he's 30 now, but yeah, he's
Well, he's gonna
been
be 30.
he's been
Yeah,
around for a long time. Yeah,
He's been on like
he'll
through
probably
the
just go to Saudi
18.
Arabia, get a little contract there.
Oh yeah, there's always money if you're a big
Flavor
name,
of Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But those are my headlines for this past week. Um, let's skip Podal this week and make our return to Underdog Fantasy. Hopefully, I'm still logged in.
Yeah, I haven't been making the picks.
Ooh,
Um,
hold on, a little delay
might
here.
not. We kind of get close on this one.
That's okay.
But yeah, these are the picks for March 1st. Have to clarify because they're going to be specifically for a day, not like football Sunday, a couple days from now. It is today only.
Oh, I may be logged out here. Well, I don't know how to do this, but it says that my location doesn't meet the
Interesting. Banned. All right, let's just make the picks and then I'll just make a.
do it on your end.
I'll just screen record on my phone or something. All right, so this week for underdog picks. We got the NBA, and it's gonna be the first time picking the NBA. So don't come at us, if it's wrong. But
Yeah,
pick at your own discretion. So we got for me, I got Zion scoring higher than 24 and a half points. He hasn't in the last few games, but I believe he will against the Pacers, who are give up a lot of points. Tyus Jones higher than 9.5 assists. He's on a streak over 10 assists. He's been on a huge streak for the last like 10 games of assists. So
yeah.
double digit assist here. And then Zaire Williams for Memphis, lower than 19 and a half points and assists. He doesn't get a lot of assists per game, and he hasn't been scoring. So here we go. Less than 20. Let's go.
All right, from my picks, I got CJ McCollum higher than 17 points. They're playing Indiana Pacers tonight, and the Pacers are really bad at defense. I think that's an easy number for McCollum to hit. My next pick, I got Giannis making a 3-pointer tonight. Why not? Go for it. He shoots like maybe a couple threes a game. He'll probably knock one down. And then finally, my last pick is Gobert. Picking Gobert to go lower than 13 and a half points. He doesn't really reach double digits often, but when he does, it's like 10 or 11. He'll probably get more rebounds. So look out for those. And those are our NBA underdog picks for Friday, March 1st. So hopefully you are riding with those picks. If not, I guess you're fading with those picks. I don't know how you say it, but we'll
No,
go with that. That's a
it's
good
fine.
ending there.
It's fine. It's fine.
No one's gonna cut it anyway, so it's okay. But that is the end of this episode number 76. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. Man, we are slowly crawling, trying to get to that baseball season, trying to get to the playoffs in the NBA. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Nelly?
more stuff will pick up. I mean, there's always a dead part, and then everything happens at once. NFL draft, MLB starting all in the same time
Yeah.
frame. NBA playoffs starting in the same time frame. It's all going to happen all at once. Like right
Yeah.
now, just a
A little slow period.
little lull. You know.
Yeah. We don't talk about every sport. We talk about the stuff that we know. Like, we're
Yeah.
not going to talk about MLS. We're not going to talk about hockey. We're not going to talk about.
Unless something huge happens, but
Yeah.
like for the most part, we don't really know anything about it, so it wouldn't be fun to
Can't
talk
bring.
about.
Can't. I can just say the headline and be like, "Yep, it happened." Okay, on to the next
You
headline.
gotta do some research, man.
Yeah. Oh
Gotta
no.
do your job, bro.
Sorry.
All right.
Anywho, we'll see everyone in the next one.
See ya.